Sa 2024, NEP bigla na lamang lumaki ang UA mula 2024, NEP na 281 billion, naging 731 billion sa 2024 GAA. 168 billion dito ay napopondohan na mula January to July 2024. The amount generated for the UA under Marcos Jr. in 2023 was equivalent to the total UA generated during the 5 years of former President Duterte. Dinagdag din ang GOCC excess funds bilang isa sa mga magpupuno ng UA. In-expand ang mode ng UA. Unang beses ito ginawa. Actually, wala ito sa 2024 NEP version. Dinagdag lamang sa Bicameral Conference Committee. Maharlika 2.0 ba ito? Sa 2024 UA provision, sinasabi na may top priority na paglalaanan ng unprogrammed funds. Pero nakalagay din sa UA provision na pwedeng i-modify ang order ng priority. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng unahin, pondohan, nang makokolekta sa UA ang infrastruktura, depende kung anong sabihin ng presidente. Imbes na nasa regular item, dapat personal benefits at ang budget para sa public health emergency benefits and allowances para sa healthcare at non-healthcare workers, nilagay ito sa UA. Kung ganon, nasa diskresyon ng presidente kung saan ilalagay ang pondo sa ilalim ng UA. Pwedeng manipulahin ang program at unprogrammed funds para magkaroon ng dagdag na source. Pork or presidential pork po ito. I've said this before, and I will say this again. This is about transparency and accountability. The Office of the President or every other agency is not exempted. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, thank you very much for the manifestation, Congressman Brosas. Next would be Congresswoman Castro. Would you make a manifestation?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. So, nag-o-object tayo sa naging proseso, no? So, ginawa natin sa lahat ng agency na nag-interpellate tayo, kahit sa Office of the Vice President noong August 27 na ipinakita natin yung ating, no, yung ating mandato na dapat scrutinize, busisiin ang budget ng lahat ng ahensya. Walang exemption, kahit na Office of the President pa yan. Isa dapat sa mga itatanong natin, Mr. Chair, ay yung papalobong intelligence funds and confidential funds. So mapapansin natin, Mr. Chair, sa 10 billion na budget ng Office of the President, halos kalahati dito ay nasa CF at saka intelligence fund. So 4.56 billion. Okay, nagsimula ito, no, Mr. Chair, para sa history, nagsimula ito ng 2013, yung pagbibigay ng 2012, yung pagbibigay ng CF tsaka IF. Pero nung panahon ni Duterte, President Duterte, lumaki ito. Naging nung 2017, 1.225 yung CF, at saka 1.25 din yung confidential funds. Hanggang noong 2020, 2.25 yung IF at saka noong 2020 po ay 2.25 din yung CF. Ngayon, pinagpapatuloy po ng Administrasyong Marcos itong paglalaan ng confidential funds. Ginaya po, no? Napakalaki doon sa panahon ni President Duterte. So hindi po ito dapat dahil hindi naman po ito yung yung trabaho, mandato ng ating presidente or Office of the President. Last September 14, 2020, during the budget hearing of the Office of the President for the fiscal year 2021, Deputy ES for Internal Audit Bernardo said that the CIF of the OP was used on the following: Presidential Situation Room, National Anti-Money Laundering and Counter-Financing, National Cybersecurity Interagency Committee, Presidential Anti-Organized Crime, Philippine Center Anti-Terrorism Council, and National Coast Watch, etc. So kung titignan naman po natin, no, ito naman, wala naman po ditong national security na involved. Nasasabihin lang yung mga activities, programs na pinanggamitan noong CIF. Kaya pwede po na matanong at masagot natin, meron bang mga naidagdag na mga activities dito na pwedeng malaman ng ating taong bayan, no? At tingin naman po natin, ito, sinasabi natin na kino-question natin yung 125 million na confidential funds na ibinigay natin doon sa Office of the Vice President. Pero gusto ko rin sana questionin, bakit pinayagan ito ng OP that time? So, yun lang po naman yung gusto nating tanungin. At itong yung latest, Mr. Chair, kaugnay doon sa ill-gotten wealth ng pamilya ng Marcos. May decision na kasi ang Supreme Court, no? At natalo ang pamilyang Marcos dito sa bid sa Poway Complex. Ano nang gagawin ng ating Pangulo? This is a Supreme Court decision. So ano ba yung maipapaliwanag niya sa ating mga kababayan kaugnay nito, no? More than sinasabi dito sa decision, Mr. Chair, yung laki ng 576,787 square meters na inari nung panahon ng dating Pangulo Ferdinand Marcos Sr. na dapat na maibalik dahil ito ay public land. Kaya ano na po yung magiging desisyon ng ating Pangulo kaugnay nito. So yun lang po, Mr. Chair, wala namang masama kung mag-interpellate tayo dahil ito ay may kinalaman sa ating sa ating budget pa rin, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, before I recognize our Senior Vice Chair, Stella Kimbo, the manifestations of Congressman Manuel, Congresswoman Brosas, and Congresswoman Castro are well taken. We thank you very much for your manifestations in order for the Office of the President to prepare the reply so that we can explain it fully during the plenary sessions. Thank you very much, po. Yes, Senior Vice Chair Stella Kimbo.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Maikling manifestation lang po. Paglilinaw lang po sa ating mga kababayan na maaaring nanonood ngayon. Ngayong umaga po, wala pa pong approval na nangyayari po sa budget ng ating OP. Lang po ang ating OP sa ating budget at tayo naman po ay nakikinig lamang. And meron pa pong isa pang pagkakataon, yung pong plenary debates na mag-uumpisa pa po sa September 16. At rest assured po na lahat po ng mga katanungan ay meron pa pong isa pang pagkakataon, which is during the plenary debates. At napakahusay naman ang ating budget sponsor, of course, the Honorable Toby Tiangco, at siya po ang haharap po sa inyo at sasagutin po lahat yan. And of course, ang ating kagalang-galang na Executive Secretary, si Sir Lucas Bersamin, at kasama ang buong team ay babalik po dito sa plenaryo. So, salamat po, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Chair.
Yes,
in connection
Majority
with that,
Leader.
as Majority Leader, I'll give time in the plenary for those House members who wish to interpolate on the matter, particularly in the Office of the President.
yes, and
I'll give them plenary time.
yes,
Okay.
Majority Leader, I think Congresswoman Brosas wanted to raise a question of privilege. I hope she could be given the time this afternoon.
Yeah, Mr.
Yes.
Chair, I now move that we
Wait,
suspend
hold
the...
on, hold on. Yusek Liberato, please, did you take note of the manifestations of Congressman Manuel, Congresswoman Brosas, and Congresswoman Castro?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please make sure that we properly address them during the plenary.
Yes, Your Honor.
One more question. Do you have any pending AOM with the COA with regards to confidential or intelligence funds?
Your Honor, we have not received any audit observation memorandum from the Commission on Audit about the intelligence or the confidential fund of the Office of the President.
Is there any representative from the COA who can confirm that? None? Okay. But you are sure that there's no AOM?
Certainly, Your Honor.
Okay. So thank you very much. Yes, Congresswoman Garin.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I now move that we suspend budget briefing until 11 o'clock this morning. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, budget briefing suspended till 11 o'clock for the office of the POC.